So, well, participants, today in this class, we are to discuss about the basic principles of pragmatism. And in the first class, we have already discussed about the basic concept of pragmatism, and we have come to know that pragmatism is one of the most important branches of Western philosophy, which basically emphasizes on practice. It emphasizes on dynamic parameter of realities, and it puts importance on scientific application of realities in practical field, because pragmatism is a branch of philosophy which puts importance on practice or action. So in a sense, by being very brief, we can say that pragmatism is one of the most important branches of Western philosophy, which puts importance on action, or it puts importance on scientific application of knowledge for the benefit of human life and progress of human society. Let us come back to our today's discussion. Before discussing about the principles of pragmatism, we are to know about all those philosophers who support this most important branch, that is pragmatism or the pragmatic school of philosophy. So, the exponents means the proponents, means the supporters of pragmatism. Let us see, because by knowing about their individual philosophies, we can know so much well how they contributed, how the category of philosophers contributed for the development of this most important school of philosophy. Let us see the next one. This is C.S. Peirce. Peirce is an American scientist, also a philosopher, and he is a logician of great originality. I help you to see the portrait in the last class. William James, he is also a US philosopher and psychologist. Coming to the next one, we find the name of John Dewey, a US philosopher and educationist. Next, W.H. Kilpatrick, as well as C.I. Lewis. It should be, the N is to be omitted, deleted. They are also American philosophers. We come to know about the name of Bertrand Russell, English philosopher, a great writer. And these are the names you see of the American philosophers, as well as we find some of the important names of English philosophers and writers who contributed much for the development of this most important action-oriented school of philosophy. All these philosophers tried to prove truth as the practical efficacy of ideas. Means from practical standpoint of life, from scientific parameter, these great philosophers tried to prove truth or reality from scientific standpoint or from practical viewpoint, from logical point of view. Let us see the next basic principles now we are to see, because by knowing about the great writings of most of the exponents or the supporters of pragmatism, we come to know that they contributed much towards the growth of American society as well as towards the uplift of the English society. And not only these philosophers helped to bring scientific sciences towards the life parameter of the society of the United States of America as well as English society, but also they contributed much towards the global social order for spreading scientific temperament at the time of analyzing the realities of various phenomena, finding out the solutions of various problems, reporting the realities of different actions, finding out the realities of various mysteries of this mysterious universe, and they contributed much for building new America as well as for the transformation of English society from modern standpoint, from scientific viewpoint. Now let us see the basic principles, because by understanding the principles or knowing about the principles of pragmatism, we can understand the concept of pragmatism much well. Pragmatism, as we have come to know, is an action-oriented philosophy. It believes in action. It emphasizes on practice, on practical knowledge. Pragmatism believes in multiple nature of reality. It does not believe that reality has only one, nature, single nature. Instead of this, most of the pragmatists or the pragmatic school of philosophy or the philosophers who support pragmatism believe in multiple or various natures of reality. For pragmatism, friends, there is not one single reality or truth. Rather, there are many truths, many realities. They are constantly in making as human experience discovers them. Means things are sensing with the sense of time. Things are sensing with the chance demand of life. And that's why realities, except the universal realities, are to be studied, explored, considering the chance demand of time, chance demand of life, chance demand of culture, chance demand of politics, chance demand of economy, chance demand of science and technology, chance demand of human civilization as a whole. Truth is what proves itself. Now if you put a question, or we put a question about the concept of truth, what it is? For pragmatism, truth is what proves itself to be true. See how fantastic or fascinating the explanation is. For defining truth, pragmatism explains that truth is what proves itself to be true. Goodness is what proves itself to be good. In the changing, unsensible world, nothing is true or good forever. What was good yesterday may cease to be good today. The old order changed, yielding place to new, and one good custom may corrupt the world after some time. So friends, it does not believe in stagnant concept concerning to the realities or the concept of truth, goodness and beauty. These are the most important universal values. You see, by following which human society is, since the beginning of human life, human society has been existing. We are fighting for truth. We are contributing or we are remaining busy in search of good, in search of beauty, beauty of human personality, true nature of human relationship, goodness of human nature. These are very much important properties or values on which we basically depend on for leading life. So friends, truth, beauty and goodness, these universal realities are not stagnant, do not remain in the same state or stage. With the change of time, with the change demand of life, with the change of our perception, the concept of truth, the concept of beauty, the concept of goodness also changed. As for example, suppose you are in the stage of grown up now, you are 40 years old. If you go back to your 18 years or 20 years back, if you go back, then you will see whatever you felt good during that time, whatever you considered beautiful during that time, today you do not do that. Things are changing with the changes of your intellectual parameters, your capabilities, your individual needs, your social needs of all other segments of or parameters of human society or life. So friends, pragmatism does not believe in constant nature of reality. Rather, it believes in the changing nature of reality, and it believes that things are changing. Human relationships are changing. The world is changing with the changes of time, with the changes of human demands of human life, with the changes of the cultural parameter of human society, with the changes of human civilization. Let us see the next one. Pragmatism believes in sense and consequently it does not accept the existence of any static quality or virtue. By emphasizing the instrumental character of truth, means it considers that truth is very instrumental. It is called instrumentalism. The other name of pragmatism is instrumentalism, because it considers that the very nature of truth is very instrumental. And by stressing experience and experimentation, it has come to be called as experimentalism. So friends, pragmatism may be in other term known as instrumentalism because it believes in the instrumental nature of truth. Again, pragmatism, it may be known as experimentalism because it believes in experiment for the establishment of realities by considering the changed nature of time and demand of life. This way, pragmatism is a trend of philosophical exercise which always believes in dynamic character of everything. It believes in practical realization of values according to the demand of life and time. To understand the philosophical motto of pragmatism in a more precise or short way, we are to discuss the basic or fundamental principles underlying in the philosophical trend of pragmatism. The basic and fundamental principles of pragmatism may be discussed as they given below in point or point-wise. Number one, pragmatism is a man and action-oriented philosophy. The primary concern of pragmatism is man. There is nothing better than man. Pragmatism does not believe in spiritual power of God. It believes in scientific temperament. It believes in action. It believes or accepts all those realities which can be experimented and which can be proved with the help of scientific experimentation. Pragmatism does not believe in spiritual principles as universal. Spiritual power and principles are sensing with the changes of needs of life, situations, circumstances and time. Means whatever we say as spiritual, things are sensing with the change of time, with the change of human demands of human life. Pragmatism does not believe in permanent nature of values. Means for pragmatism, values are sensing. Values take the form according to the sensing demand of time. According to pragmatism, values are in the process of making, developing. Values sense according to the changing situations and demands of time and life. Nowadays we say that human values, the price or the value of values has been decreasing because of many factors. Pragmatism believes in the changing nature of values. Values sense with the changed demand of life, with the changed impact of time, the universal determinant of everything. Pragmatism emphasizes on scientific viewpoints. For pragmatism, practical aspect of knowledge has the utmost importance. Means, by going to Benjamin Bloom, the latest American psychologist, Bloom has categorized human behavior in three categories: the cognitive parameter, the affective parameter, and the psychomotor parameter. Means the cognitive domain of human behavior, the affective domain of human behavior, and the psychomotor domain of behavior. Cognitive domain means thinking domain. Affective domain means feeling domain. Psychomotor domain means doing domain. Means we, the human beings, can think, feel and do. And we do depending on our thinking and feeling. And doing is the parameter of our behavior, where we see the result of our thinking and feeling. How you feel, how you think, that is being expressed in your action. So friends, pragmatism believes in action. And actions are the result of human thoughts and human feelings. So pragmatism believes, or pragmatism emphasizes on the excellence of human thoughts, excellence of human feelings, so that we can get excellent result. Pragmatism puts stress on psychological aspects of human personality, and that's why I have mentioned about Bloom's category of human personality or behavior. Pragmatism emphasizes on humanistic viewpoint and spirit. This great universe is existing because of strong fellow feeling, because of strong human bond, because of scientific human relationship. Pragmatism gives importance on pluralistic viewpoint and concept of life. Means from diverse dimension, pragmatism tries to count life. Pragmatism tries to explain or evaluate the value of life. Pragmatism tries to determine the place of man in this complex universe. So friends, these are the basic principles, and by understanding all the most important principles of pragmatism in proper way, we can understand pragmatism very well. And it is one of the most important action-oriented Western branch of philosophy. It is in other name known as experimentalism. It is also known as experimentalism as well as instrumentalism, because it believes in instrumental values. It believes in experimental values. It believes that everything of this mysterious world are changing with the changed demand of life and time. So friends, life is also changing with the change of time, and it is our duty to realize our place in this world, values of life, and thenceforth we are to involve in different activities with the help of which we can upgrade our own position in human society. We can keep our name alive in the history of human social history. And pragmatism believes in scientific assessment of contribution of life, scientific assessment or evaluation of the significance of human value for survival of life in this complex universe. Thank you so much. The other part will be discussed in next class. Thank you so much.